Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Let's begin our class today. So, how was the unit test in the morning? It was science, right? Was it easy or difficult?
But it was easy.
Easy. Okay.
Confusing.
Yeah, little confusing.
But
So,
it was just one question that was slightly confusing, or else it was easy.
okay, yeah, maybe one is just to make sure it is challenging for at least few of you not to score full marks as well. Those type of questions will be
Yes,
often
sir.
set as well. Okay. Now I will present you on my screen the near pod itself, and will continue with those activities.
So I guess we are meant to finish energy today, right?
Yeah. So let me send you the. It's not the right file. Just wait. Okay, please use this link so that it becomes easier for you to get reference to the direct material for the group activity. And I've started recording already. You will not know I'm using another for now. Okay, I've already started my recording. Okay, so news. So we a very quick review. So we started with the newspaper reading, and then there was a video which has not been played because a few of my okay. So it plays. Okay, it's taking time. We are not going to play this right now. And after this, we discussed about the problems of drinking water in Nepal, and then you were told to interact based on this to see your problem solving skill as well to some extent, and so to make it interactive as well. Okay, so that to make sure that you are interacting and you're thinking at the same time, so that you are engaged. Okay, so that's why these activities were also kept in the middle. And similarly, we had.
Sorry, mine is still showing like a white screen.
Yeah, it's I think taking time. If it's showing white screen and if you are having problem, like only if you have to interact, then it's a problem. If you don't have to interact, then you can see my screen itself, what I'm displaying. Okay. Like you feel your net is going to really cause a problem to sit down for this online classes with Sushil sir because he uses all these apps and your net is slow, then just to make sure these things doesn't repeat, I will be displaying on the screen. Is that clear? So that you don't have to worry. Sometimes net might be slow even from my side sometimes. So as far as possible, just to minimize that, I will be displaying on my screen as well so that you're not totally lost. Okay, now, but if your net is fast, then just open it quickly. Okay, so introduction of new topic. So that was based on 10 minutes, but took time with that. So we have this uh, site kept over here as well. In case that if you have any problem, you could just use this. Maybe you can open this link right now. Can you open this link?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please open the link, and there is an activity.
So do we do we open the note and material?
Yeah, directly it opens there, and then just go down. It's the same note.
Sir, can you send the link again?
Which link? Could the link of Nearpod?
Yes, sir.
Maybe your friends can be also posting. For now, I kept direct link of the site. Yeah. One of them I'll be keeping, 1, 2, or 3, or whatever is there. If I come there, I'll of course keep it and go. I open here like I can see you. I'm exactly making half screen right now. Okay? So half screen I can see you. Half screen I'm presenting. Okay, like Nicholas, Edina, Adya, Adrian, Sonakshi. I can't see you. Like I told you, I'm presenting half of them, and half of them I'm like seeing as well. Okay, the where exactly where I have to display that, that's where I exactly my files are. That's the only difference. Okay, so here itself you can see there are a few activities written down over here. So regarding electricity, and then we will continue with the group activity after that immediately. So that was just 10 minutes of introduction of this topic, but it is taking more time than that. So we'll, and then you'll be you'll be sent to the groups to work out on group activity, and finally 10 minutes for presentation. Okay, so like group activities time is supposed to be 15 minutes, and presentation 10 minutes, and 10 minutes from my side as a mini lecture. Not always, so most this is more or less the plan in some of the lesson when there's a group activity to be done within the class time. So it's not a whole time you make a very mega project in group activity. Is that clear? Okay, now so about electricity. So we talked about the history of electricity. So can you see me in the camera there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think my that camera is also been displayed. So electricity was like we saw the history, and then after that you saw about the demand of the country, and not the supply not been like enough to some extent. However, we are having them. So we are having the hydropower projects going on right now. So what could be the other ways to solve this electricity problem in our country? Can you tell in your own words, even if you see on the screen? Don't tell the same thing at all. Okay, those are just kept there. At least if you tell in your own words also, you will remember. So what do you think would be the other possible ways to like um, minimize those problem of energy, electricity, especially electricity, although our main aim these days is energy, not just electricity. Earlier in the old syllabus it used to be just electricity. Okay, now that has been more or less converted into slowly energy. Okay, like making sure like we have more budget allocated for electricity generation. Like I told about the 5 years plan, right? Like right now we are in the 15th year plan. Just before a few years when I was trying to study all those plans in terms of like seeing what were the economic things to development things, everything, it was the 14th plan. So from 2019, when I stopped reading about that plan so much, it is already not right now 15th plan. I will go through them also when I exactly need them. Okay, all like getting updated. There are so many things to get updated. This is a challenge of social studies. Okay, not like English and Nepali where same grammar is told year by year. So this is the thing itself, and it really requires us to be updated again and again. So we need to have allocate more budget for electricity generation, so that we don't have to like have a problem of load shedding. Same way, all those hydropowers which are not completed should be completed on time, rather than just looking at which party started. Like if any party started, then they think they should not end that. They stop it right there so that those parties' fame doesn't come. Sometimes this politics happen also. Someone started a road project, the next party is not going to continue that because they don't want the fame of that party to come. And this is how sometimes development doesn't occur. So maybe whatever it is, this should be completed. Okay, so that's why, like whether it be road or any development projects, and same way with we need to be having more and more hydro electricity project because we have fast flowing rivers. We can use them all. Similarly, one of the highest hydropower that was planned, Budi Gandaki. Have you gone to that place? I went to that place last year. Okay, exactly like where they would be having it would be a very big lake there when they had to make that dam. Okay, there are all like hills on the surrounding, and the place where I stayed was just little above where the lake would be formed. So it would be like maybe more tourist place also in the future for them, but still now that has not taken place. Already the people of that place, I think I heard they already took the compensation second time even, because first time when they were compensated by the government, there was no record, and then again government had to compensate. Although like even if compensation was given, the land price was really cheap, 1 rupee around 5 lakhs was compensated. Okay, I was in that place as well. Okay, I stayed there for a little long time to see the whole thing. Okay, for because of different on the thing work as well. So that's told to be one of the highest. I mean that's for the production, but they have not started yet. In some places, the tunnels were just kept only on the way. If not, remaining part would be totally a very big lake, biggest lake I think there. Okay, now so and similarly like there should be time to time visit to those all those places of electricity supply so that the supply is very proper, like there's no problem in case of generation or efficiency of those machines to anything. Same way like there's no leakage to anything, there should be more or less investigation. And one of the thing I told, although this right, you can see generate launch awareness generating program. Yeah, this is a general answer written by me itself also. So maybe just regarding launching regarding any electricity leakage to any like saving electricity, all these things also can be done so that we can have enough like electricity, so that there will not be too much load. Like when people misuse it, then also there is like it's not going to be enough. Earlier you can see most of the people were wearing filament lamp. You know what is a filament? What is a filament from science perspective? Anyone? What is a fluorescent lamp?
So I guess it is a lamp that runs on fluorescent as a fuel.
Okay, so you can see at home right now you have the tube light, all these things, that those are more fluorescent, which fluorescent lamp, okay, than those bulbs earlier, which was exactly like would be taking more energy, would be taking more electricity energy, so that would consume more electricity. But this LED lamp we have right now, those will consume. So all these things like all these things were also used later on, maybe that also like helped in consumption of less electricity. Okay, and similarly the routing and the schedule will also like more or less properly kept, so that electricity would be saved and it was enough. So like other generation, like what other awareness can you do regarding like this electricity or energy so that we can have enough? What do you think, others? What awareness can you do? Let's like if you have to tell very specifically.
So we could aware people and like ask them if they have space in their terrace, then they can add solar panels like empty space, which will help them also consume less energy and to also make it efficient.
Okay, yes, going for alternative sources of energy also, because to meet the demand of electricity, like solar panels based on solar, we can use those natural energy. And same way like we talked last time, geothermal, yes, it itself told, right? So that can be, all these things can be, but geothermal in case of Nepal, I already told you the requirement. It might be a little tough at times, right? Okay, and other ways like another was wind energy. So where is it possible? Where is wind energy possible to generate electricity? Is it like in
So
most,
in valleys,
okay, valleys?
because like
Is the wind energy enough, like the speed, so that because that has to ultimately turn on the turbines. Turbines have to work at a speed so that the dynamos, all this mechanism that you have studied, maybe if they're using any of the thing that you studied, Michael Faraday's law of induction, everything, does that work out or not? That has to. That speed has to be there. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so when maybe in the hilly areas, most of them, I think they are possible around in Dhankuta, all these places. Okay, not in all the places. It like it might just be waste. We have to see if the wind is just the speed of the air. If it's a fast moving air, that is called wind. If that speed is enough, then it rotates the turbine, and same like hydropower, it starts generating electricity. Isn't it simple? But what is it's difficult, but you have to know the concept is same. How it works, you have to study in science slowly. Okay, you will be studying. Okay, so next thing is to control leakage and focus on small electricity projects also, like not just this hydropower, big micro hydropower. Okay, micro hydropower means smaller, not just hydropower, that means smaller, like they can use the small rivers to also generate, like in rural development areas, like in places where the electricity lines are not going. If you still see documentaries, you will see that the electricity line is not enough in far western, let me not say far western, province number 7, like some of the places still the electricity has not reached. Means like solar panel to all the alternative, they have to still decide on this micro hydropower. They can generate within small micros. Micro hydropower means with the small streams itself. Like if you go to somewhat around in Panoti or somewhere area also, I heard that it is there. But I have not been there. I just talked to one of the engineer like who was studying in that area. Not studying, he had already started working, just to know about in Panoti area, because I was teaching at that time over there, and just to make sure because his work was also relating, and it was somewhat around in Panoti also. Okay, although there is hydropower itself in Panoti, even the micro. Okay, so this type of things can be also established so that we can have more electricity. So now let me show you itself in the near part. Maybe you can open the next PDF. Link to this PDF will be kept directly in your Google Classroom later on as well. Now we will be dividing into groups. Group A, B, C, D, E itself, same group. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, same group. I will like you just see your topic and just see which group you belong to. If you are confused, I am not going to again and again, so you are already in grade 8, see your group yourself. Again, don't forget it, don't get confused. I will send you the links of the breakout rooms, and you will get maximum 15 minutes. And time management skill has to be there. Even if I didn't work out in time management of this, you work, try to work out and finish within 10 minutes, 5 minutes just for wrap up. Once I give you, okay, I will open the breakout rooms link and send it to you. Can you see your topics on the screen? Yeah, I can see that you can see it, but are you seeing them?
Yes, sir.
Please be start thinking about your topic, right? Like you will not get too much time later on, so right now you should start thinking. You don't have to be making PowerPoint every time, right? It's just explanation. Don't waste your time in PowerPoint in everything. If you think one visual is there which can you can show immediately, then do it. Okay, if not, you have to present rather than PowerPoint. It is oral presentation itself. If you think one of you can immediately make it, then make it. But more, I'll be listening to the content and how will you explain. Okay, the link is there, but I have not still opened. Okay, any question, confusion in those questions? Please ask right now. No, no, not now. Please, if you have any question, please tell me. Okay, because like I already told you, if just once you get the link, don't just join immediately. Because like I have to be individually accepting you, and that takes my time. Any question in those group wise? Then just start planning what you can do for your group.
Smoothie picture, they will join breakout room.
If it says like it's asking for host, then please don't try. Okay, host, if you log in itself, then it takes my, that will be the last group I'll have to accept, because it really takes time. Like I cannot do automatic, like other tabs will not work at all.
Isha and Janish join. You just mute yourself.
So what's our question?
Let's start, Tanushree. What should be done to provide safe drinking water to all people? Are they going to come like?
People in Nepal.
Are they coming?
I don't know.
Stop polluting the water.
No, our topic is let's just keep how because I don't know.
The water is one of the most important things.
Next time, whatever is going to be like last time. Isha Janish joined the meet for the history of seriously not start
Okay.
The historical background of systematic drinking water supply and electricity in Nepal.
It's a neon wall, right?
Yes.
So can we start?
Time.
Can you say the name? So explain whatever you want this. So clean water basic toilets and rural.
Okay. Exactly at 1:45, I'll call you back, and each group will just present for maximum 1 minute. Okay, not longer than that. And please turn on your camera in the main room. Yeah, I always told you, like, turn the camera on in main room.
So do we have to everyone from the group has to present or only one person?
Try to make sure there's good understanding among each of you, that it's not always the same person presenting every time, because if it's always same person, then others will not be getting grades. Is that clear? But try to divide, but don't make so much like one will tell one line only. Make it sure it like next time another person presents.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you send the breakout room link once again?
Okay. Okay, now you have 3 minute maximum. In exactly 1:44 you have to close the rooms. Okay, so 1:45 we'll start here. You have 2 minutes. Okay, now all of you please come back exactly 1:45. We will start with group itself, right? Now please come back. If not, time we don't want to go beyond 150. Let us try to be little like exactly so that you go on time as well.
Sir, can you send the group's link and Discord? Both links.
Now it's already time. We're trying to start. You were here, no? I could see you, Pranik, before some time. Like if you're not in the group, I told you no, I will be marking you absent. Once I find, even though you're marked present for now, later on in the future I see because the record will be still kept later on also. I'll again go back and mark absent. Okay, let's be back and let's start our presentation now. I told you you don't have to make it so big presentation. Yeah? Like if not, like our topics will not finish. You just need to speak at least something about that topic, which is more than enough. Also, okay, just for you to think little critically as well, and group activity as well. Okay, critical thinking, collaboration. Just trying to make sure those things are also happening along with communication. Okay, let's start presenting. Group A, Group A. Group A, please start your topic.
Definition of water. Water is a substance composed of the chemical elements hydrogen and oxygen and accepted gases, liquid and solid.
Water is one of the most precious resources which we require. We need water to perform all our daily activities and fulfill our necessities like cleaning, cooking, etc.
Are we cannot hear you. It's muted. Still, we can't hear you. I cannot hear. I think others are also not hearing. That's why they have not told anything. If I was the only person, I think they would tell immediately. Your mic is on, but sound is not coming. Okay, maybe you might have to log out and log in. Meanwhile, maybe another person can continue from the group.
Water use has increased rapidly in recent years due to population growth and increased per capita consumption.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. I think it's already 1 minute. Now, next group. Group B. Uh, Group B. Adrian, Nicholas, Solis, Edina, and Sen. What happened?
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
It did not start.
Adrian left the meeting.
I'm closing all the breakout rooms. Please do not continue after we told like time is over. Okay. I will just start ending them within 1 minute after I tell. Because like you have to listen to the presentation as well and just present how much is ready.
Yeah. Water is one of the most important basics for all liquids. Human beings cannot live without food, can live without food for some time, but not without water. Water plays a vital role in the development of a country. According to the Department of Water Supply and Sewage in Nepal, even though an estimate of 80% of total population has access to drinking water, it is not safe. Plus, safe drinking water should be provided to all people of Nepal. Some way to provide safe drinking water are Nick.
Water should be conserved and kept clean. Drink water after purified test. Use boiled and filtered water. Some awareness among people regarding people's use of water. Some awareness regarding reduce pollution. Try to create more projects such as Mail Maxi is possible. Make agreement of drinking water with the coordination of the government sector and local authorities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was 1 minute of presentation. Exactly. Very good. Next, that's what I like. Okay, time management, short and sweet within the time. Next group. Group 3. Group 3, that was, I think, Dawa, Pranik, Sriyat, Anushree, and Sonakshi. I really want to see Pranik also participate. Like, I really want you to all motivate him to participate as well. I don't know his contribution so far in the group. Like, maybe he's contributing, but I cannot see in front of me. Not today itself, also directly, but other days also you have to like make sure he's also doing. Okay, Anushree and Sonakshi, where are they? They were still in the breakout room. I closed all the rooms. Okay, next group.
Water is one of the most important basic needs for all living beings. About 70% of the human body is made up of water, and we human beings can't live without water. And in Nepal, the main sources of water are hand pump, taps, ponds, and in some rural areas they even use pond, which is not good for their health because it contains arsenic, and even animals and people throw their garbage in it. There is 48 lakh 56,245 people in Nepal who are not households in Nepal which are not using water. The problems of drinking water in Nepal are in some areas the presence of arsenic in the tube well water in Tarai region population due to lack of awareness among the people. Some people are not even aware about arsenic that can cause harm to their body, and the solution that we have for this is the water resources should be conserved and kept clean. Use boil and filter water for drinking. Reservations of drinking water should be clean time to time. The Constitution of Nepal has made a provision in fundamental rights as each citizen should have the right to access clean water and hygienic. Ongoing Melachi water supply project has been giving finishing touch to the project in Kathmandu Valley. This project aims to provide safe and quality drinking water to the people of the Kathmandu Valley. The government are responsible for providing clean and hygienic water to the citizens, and they are trying their best to provide it. As we citizens should also make other people aware about the harmful things that we can find in the water that is not checked or stored nicely.
Okay, thank you so much. Janvi, yours was Group E, right? Okay, so regarding Group E, the topic was what will happen if petrol, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, and cooking gas are all used up, right? Am I correct?
So you missed group 50.
Yeah, I missed Group D, but Group E, because Group D was taking so much time, I think, and Janvi's group
Sir,
directly
it is
started.
us, like, sir, it is us. So what are, sir, did you pause?
No, no, no.
Because I
Janvi,
did not hear you.
Janvi's group was Group E, right?
Yes, sir.
And your question was what will happen if petrol, diesel?
Actually, in my group, what happened was I'm having really bad internet today, and
Okay.
I'm disconnecting from the class time to time. So like when I entered the class, I thought the topic for all the groups was water, as no one had the screen was not going on.
Okay.
And in my group, like no one was talking, so I had to do the presentation by myself.
Okay, then we'll talk about that after some time then. Okay, next group.
So group D, sir.
So Janvi, you
Sir, I
presented. So
present.
Janvi, you presented all of them then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have let our friends understand. Okay, the thing is they need to know what you are speaking also, right? So they see presented more or less everything. Okay, now let's go to the next group presentation.
Okay, sir. So group D, sir, I present all. It was only me and Ruchit, and we decided I'll only present.
Group,
Sir,
which group?
group D.
Okay, group D. Okay. Yeah, please present, and after that I'll talk.
Yes, so, sir, strong political commitment from all parties is needed of the hour to produce adequate amount of electricity in Nepal. A statement. This is the statement I'll explain. So basically, all parties need to work together and or have to commit something so they can produce adequate amount of electricity in Nepal because of the Nepal's government system. As most of the government is made up of different parties, so all parties have to work on the same problem, like different problems related to Nepal's electricity, and work and give commitment so they can produce a good amount of electricity in Nepal, and if only one party works, so different ministers are from different parties, and it may become a problem to communicate and work with, without a mutual understanding.
Okay, very good thinking.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very good thinking. So these activities are designed itself for you to think. Okay, that was a very good opinion and perspective as well. And any group left? Which group is left? Group C. Did you present? Group C. Sonakshi, and then I don't know. They were working with Google Classroom on a stream, but I don't know. They are not here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So I think our class is ended.
Yeah, Adya, so which group are you? Like, okay, group E already done. Did your group present, Adya? You're
Yes,
only
I
telling,
did.
reminding me about like the ending of the time, but your groups like you just saw like Janvi just presented, although like she was confused like because of internet, and others like what were your groups doing?
So I really bad internet, so it was lagging a lot, so I really didn't know what to do.
Okay, remaining Karan and Rusan. This way, like if you don't present at all, the like your marks in the presentation will be always going on continuously. No, nothing over there. Only those who are presenting. Normally, I've been keeping them. Averagely, let's say there were 10 to 15 presentation. Out of that, you never speak, then you'll get zero. So average will be taken there. So that's why you have to also speak from your group. Not always late, only you that speak or late 18 has speak. You have to be also taking turn, be proactive. At times you have to also do it. Sometimes this is how like people who take initiative, they are the ones grabbing all the opportunities. So you have to also like participate and speak. If not today, then maybe there's again next time because you use more or less the same group for at least some long time. Long time means like especially 4 or 5 topics we told. Okay, within that also if it doesn't, we will be changing within 4 or 5 skits. Today next group will be getting a topic for skit. Group C, you can see on the screen. Okay, that was the presentation, and then skit. Okay, group C, you will have to make a short skit on the use of electricity, load shedding, and live. And group B, you have not presented your federal system skit as well or presentation. For federal system, you're even allowed to do any presentation, even if you're not able to make skit. The topic has been kept in Google Classroom itself. Please do that. You'll present it tomorrow. Okay, not tomorrow. Next social studies class. Group B, and after group B finishes, then group C next day immediately. Is that clear? So please see whatever is remaining. Your skits and those are all been evaluated. So that's why I'm waiting for that 5 of the group to at least finish the skit. Then only we'll change the group. Is that clear? All things are being marked. So after group E finishes, then again only then we will shuffle the group. Okay. Any question regarding energy, and then regarding presentation also? That's what I was trying to tell. Okay. Like few of them are like not even participating. If I see the group right now, I told you like you can be in any one of the room. If you're in none of them, then it's a problem. I'll show you the attendance right now from my screen itself. Let me stop presenting this. Who were in the room for how much time? Of group also. All things are been like monitored. Entire screen. Only the thing is I'm not repeatedly telling that and disturbing there in the middle. Okay, here. So can you see my screen? In group A, I could just see Arohi, Noyun, and Rasi and Saksham logged in, and Arohi was the only one sitting for almost full time. Noyun left in the middle, Rasi also left, Saksham also left. And next one in group B, Edina, Nicholas, and Sen only logged in, and Sen was the one only sitting for a little. Both of them stayed for a long time. Edina left in the middle, Nicholas left in the middle, and she came back. Okay, so you can see the timing, everything. And next, same with Anusri's group here, Pranik coming and going. Sonakshi, they are working. I closed it because, like I always told you, after 1 minute I'll be closing the group because you have to concentrate in the main room. Okay, okay. And then next group D. So I told you if you're not found here, you'll be marked absent. Only Ruchit and Yazat is there. And group E, they're all there, but Janvi is also there, but they're saying internet problem. Okay, so that's what this all things are being seen over here. Did you see? So I told you if I don't see there at all, then that day you'll be marked absent, and then if no work, like your evaluation grade will go down. So I cannot be repeatedly telling where are you. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. You'll get a few questions from Energy in your Google Classroom, and you can do accordingly. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye.